Hello and welcome back to Asanas and Wellness. If this is your first time here, my name is Latoya. Today I'll be guiding you through a yin practice, and this sequence is beginner friendly. As far as props, you may want to have some blocks nearby just in case you need their support. Also, maybe some folded blankets if knee support is helpful. So if you're ready, let's get started. We'll start our practice in Garland Pose. So bring your feet about as wide as your mat, heels in, toes pointed out. Slowly squat down, making any adjustments if needed. Using your elbows to gently press your knees open, palms together at heart center. And start by taking some slow, deep breaths as we settle into the pose, begin to ground and prepare for our practice. If it feels natural, go ahead and close your eyes, or maybe just soften your gaze. Maybe finding your natural breath and just allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment. Softening your face muscles. Today we'll be holding each pose no more than 2 minutes. From here, gently or carefully fall forward with your fingertips to the mat, and we're just going to come up to a standing forward fold or dangling pose. Maybe have your feet as wide as the mat. Grab both elbows, opposite elbows, and just let your head hang heavy. Hips pressing up gently, but leaving a bend in your knees. Feel free to sway a little bit if that feels good. From here, go ahead and plant your hands down to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Or if you're not feeling downward facing dog today, just meet me in tabletop. Keeping a slight bend in your knees. Just take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Slowly bring your knees down to the mat. From here, we're going into Swan Pose. So bring your left knee up behind your left wrist. Extend your right leg back. And here, a block may be helpful under your left hip. Now your left foot can be placed wherever is most comfortable and feels most natural for you. Just square your hips, sink into the pose. We fall forward. Just remember to focus on your breath here. Just send your breath to anywhere where you may be feeling some discomfort. Slowly pressing up, making your way back to tabletop. Maybe extend your left leg back and just kind of doing whatever you need to. Feel a little stretch in that hip. And then let's go ahead and find our Swan Pose on the right side. Remembering to square your hips before falling forward. And slowly pressing back up to your tabletop pose. Once again, just doing whatever you need to do. Okay, now from tabletop, go ahead and walk your hands forward. We're going to come to our bellies for Sphinx pose. With your legs hip distance apart. Elbows under your shoulders, pressing into your palms. Like you're pressing and trying to drag your forearms back. Extend through your spine. Pulling your chest forward. Don't sink into your shoulders. Make sure you are extending up. If this is too intense, you can always move your elbows out a bit. Just a less intense version. Soften your jaw. From here, go ahead and lower to the mat, but let's just press our hips back. Come into child's pose for just a moment. So with your toes touching, send your hips back to rest down towards the heels of your feet. Extend your hands forward. Let your forehead melt to the mat. But keep your arms active, so keep your elbows lifted off the mat. Okay, now pressing your way up, let's go to our backs for banana pose. Okay, so with the soles of your feet flat on your mat, just lift your hips up a bit and send them over an inch or so to the right side of your mat. Then extend your feet out. Just kind of walk your feet over towards the left side. Bring your arms overhead and begin to shift your arms and upper body over to the left. Really grabbing opposite elbows. For a gentle side bend. To make it more intense, feel free to maybe cross your right foot over your left. But it's perfectly fine to kind of just stay here as well with both of your feet down to the mat. Okay, now gently bring your arms and upper torso back to the center of the mat. Go ahead and walk your feet back. And then lift your hips and just send them over to the left, the side of your mat. Extend your feet, walk your feet towards the right. Bring your arms ahead, send your shoulders and chest over towards the right, maybe grabbing opposite elbows or forearms. Breathing into that left side. And coming back to center, arms upper body first, and then walking your legs back. Now while your hips are still over towards the left side of your mat, just lift your legs and gently send them over to the right. Arms in cactus position, your chest facing up. Okay, now engaging your core to bring your legs back up. Let's send your hips over towards the left side of your mat. Towards the right side. And just pick your feet up and allow your legs to fall over towards the left. and bringing your legs back up, adjusting to center. And from here, press into your heels to bring your hips up to bridge pose for just a moment, letting your chest and upper body, your head just relax. And gently bring your hips back down to the mat, extending your legs for Savasana, our final pose. Letting your arms extend out to your sides with your palms facing up. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades in. Bringing your shoulders down away from your ears. Just really allowing your practice to sink in. Maybe noticing what feels different. If you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes or maybe soften your gaze. Keep your breathing just slow and steady. Well, feel free to pause the video and remain in Savasana for as long as you need to. When you're ready, let's go ahead and maybe take some slow, deep breaths. Begin to bring your awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Sending your neck side to side. Slowly blink your eyes open if they were closed. And roll over to one side. Press your way up to Sukhasana. Bring your palms together at our heart center. And we'll end our practice today with a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, inhale. And release. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today.